I want to talk about it. So the topics here, number one, Clarissa Shields and Papoose. Really want to talk about that. Number two, now I'm gonna tell y'all, I don't watch Love After Lockup, but I do see the clips on TikTok. Seeing a black woman that was supporting a man while he was in prison, more than likely being somebody's bottom bunk boyfriend, and she's paying for this dude, tricked on him while he was in jail or whatever, and she got pregnant by him. Stupid, 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 stupid. And he tells her, when they're talking about they need some more money, that she should, while pregnant, he tells this woman this, that she needs to pick up another shift or get another job. And she's yelling at him because he told her that she should get another job and he don't want to work at all. Now, to me, getting pregnant by somebody that would tell you that instead of him getting a job, that you need to get another job or you need to start working more hours is nasty work. When you pay all the bills for this person, insanity. So yeah, I want to talk about Love After Lockup and this black woman that I saw that got pregnant. And these are the women that once everything like happens to them, they want like an obscene amount of sympathy. And my thing is that how in the world can you start talking to a man that's in prison, has nothing to offer you, is a criminal, you pay for him, you spend your money on him, then when he gets out, you let him stay with you and mooch off you, and then you're surprised. Any man that would be willing to even live like that and mooch off a woman like that in that way is not a good man. What good man, decent man that you know would be cool with just getting his whole lifestyle, his whole existence financed by a woman? Honestly, what man, good man do you know that would be cool with doing that? If he cool with you paying for him, there's a problem with him. So I want to talk about this because I want women to understand that there are many things that make you a pick-me. Many, 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 many things. And one of a major thing that make you a pick-me, and that I don't know if a lot of women talk about, is tricking on men. Paying for a man to be around. Period. You sitting there and you got a place and that man living in your place. You paying all the bills. He not working. You pay for him to eat. You pay for his clothing. You pay. That is a problem and you're a pick-me. Because why in the world are you financing a man's entire existence? That's my question. Why are you doing that? That's something that you need to check within yourself. And you can say, oh, that's sexist. We're going on the... No. You paying for a man in any way, shape, form, or fashion. You're paying for the man's existence. You got a job. He don't have a job. You paying all the bills. Sis, I promise you he don't like you. And beyond that, I would like you to know as a woman, if a man is willing to watch you have one job, two jobs, and pay all the bills, he does not like you. Not only does he not like you, he doesn't prize you, value you, and he doesn't think you're attractive. And you're not his dream girl. Because I promise you, if you were his dream girl or the type of woman that he really liked, he would never feel comfortable in not providing for you financially. At all. Any man that's willing to let you pay do not like you, do not value you, do not find you attractive. And that's the truth. And hey, how you doing, T? That's the truth. For real. And I wish that women would understand that. No, it's not that he having a hard time. It's not that you got to build that man up. If a man is willing to watch you pay for everything, he do not like you. At all. At all. And if you're doing it, there's something wrong with you. If you're doing it, there's something wrong with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I really want women to totally understand that. Any man that can look at you in your face and you're pregnant with his child and you say, hey, I think it's time you get a job so that you can pay some of the bills since I'm pregnant, and he say, nah, you can pick up some more shifts. What? That man do not like you. He do not. He do not. And I really would like women to understand that, like, you as a black woman should never need a man more than you need your life, your self-esteem, your respect, or anything. Like, and if you are paying for a man, you don't have no respect for yourself. I really, and I don't want everybody to break it down like, oh, so you can't buy your man, your husband a birthday gift. We're not talking about that. We're talking about a woman providing a lifestyle for a man, taking care of everything. That's nuts. It's insanity. It's insanity. And I saw like maybe 5 black women today. I don't know if it's because I watched the first video. 5 black women today paying for their men, having men stay in their house and they're paying all the bills, and the man is sitting there at home playing the game. What are you doing? And the women that I saw were not ugly women. Not that it would be okay if they were ugly, but I'm just saying they weren't bad looking women. There's no reason why they had to do this. No reason at all. No reason at all. This is just so embarrassing for me to see. Like, what are you doing, sisters? We out here paying for men now? Paying all the bills? Go ahead, T. Hey, how you doing, Coach T?
Morning, lovely. Good morning, Coach T. Girl, I
Lovely
don't
ladies.
know.
Happy Friday.
Hey.
Happy Friday. Listen, child. I don't know if great minds think alike, but I saw that this morning too. The clip where she's pregnant, she's telling him he's holding her in her house. She's sitting there rubbing up on him, and she said, we gotta get you gotta get that job. And he said, nah, you gotta pick up extra shifts. Wow, she's pregnant. I was like, I was like, see what love gets you, lady. And people call me cold hearted when I say absolutely not. Absolutely not. I was told how many men run on my platform trigger and say that I'm cold blooded because they said, oh, if a man ain't giving you no money, you not gonna give him a chance. I said I wouldn't give him water in the desert. Oh, that's wrong. No, it's absolutely right. Just like what Shorty said down there in the comment section, she said she wouldn't give a man water. Absolutely not. If we're in the desert, I'm not giving him water. I'm the one should be drinking that water. He can survive on spit, as far as I'm concerned, honestly speaking. Because once you start giving these men stuff, they don't just take a little bit. They want everything you got. They want everything. And the fact that she is pregnant and this man is saying pick up extra shifts, that shows how cold blooded he is. First of all, he actually think he's the prize, even though he's a whole felon. He's a whole felon. And and the fact that there was women running up there giving him money and want to be with him, and he said to her out of his own mouth, "You don't do shit for me." He literally, part of the language, he said that. He said, "You don't do nothing for me. I just sleep here. I got other places I could go." Girl! And she thought she was flexing on Ashley. She really thought she was flexing on Ashley. Like, I got my man, I got the man. And this man is seeing you pregnant and telling you to work extra shifts.
It blew me, bro. It blew me. It blew
Girl,
me.
blue me is not even the word. I ain't drink no coffee yet or anything. I said I am not up enough for this. Why did TikTok put this on my For You page? Why? Why would they do me like this? Nobody ain't listen. It'll be listen, hell
I was
is
flabbergasted. I'm gonna tell you, because any woman doing something like that, and then the fact that, but this is what I say. I say that black women encourage this type of behavior because no matter how down bad a black man is, it's always a group of black women that will fight over him. Like, what are
Yep.
y'all doing? Why are y'all making this man feel like he the prize? He should actually feel ashamed of himself, but he don't, because
No,
all these black women are gassing him up. which is
Yes,
crazy.
he don't even like women. Let's just put it out there. That
Yes,
motherfucker
that's what I feel.
he don't like women. He was the prize in prison. He was getting the
Exactly.
extra cornbread, the extra chocolate milk, the extra socks. He was the prize in prison. So that's why he got it. That's why he feels the way he feeling. And my thing is, I've always be confused about this. I be like, why don't y'all, instead of finessing women, y'all finesse other G men that's willing to stand by your side? Why do you have to go to women? It's because we the ones here have been conditionally told that you gotta stand by a man. That you
Yeah.
are you see how when I say on my platform, oh the guy's broke, no, I'm not giving him a chance, I'm not giving him a handshake, I'm not even looking his way. And the dudes would say, oh, that's hurtful. You have to stand by your man. Absolutely not. I don't have to give a broke man a chance at all. That's not standing by a man. That's actually a dumb decision. That's actually not smart logically. It's not. Why should I pay out of pocket to give you the JJ? That makes
Yeah.
no sense.
And I think of it like this is that like, there will be men that will say like, women, shouldn't have any problem paying for men or giving men money or anything like that, in a relationship. But if when women talk about withholding money, then it's like a big deal. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you shouldn't withhold money. But if women withheld intercourse from men, then they would have a problem with that. So I just feel like you don't ask what if you're not willing to go without something. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully y'all understand what I'm saying. But let me go over here to Coach T. Oh, did you have something to say real quick, T?
No, no, I was just gonna say it is programming to behave this way. We was told by the '90s, and like I would say, it was very popular in the '90s. You got to be a quote unquote ride or unalive. This is why we see what we see in today, when we see women giving everything to a man because we was told that. We're told that if you endure and if you suffer and if you go through the storms with a man, you are undeserving of a relationship. But here's the catch with that. Those women still don't be treated good. They still don't be treated good because it's not like while she's holding him down, he is treating her like a queen. He's rubbing her,
Yeah,
not cheating on her. He's speaking with her respectfully. He's
exactly.
humble. He's not even doing that. Those
Yeah.
women do not get the royal treatment. They really be treated at the bottom of the barrel, underneath the ocean,
But you
SpongeBob
know why that
SquarePants
is, T?
kind of
You know why that is? It's because, like I said earlier, if a man is willing to let his woman or whatever though these women are to these men, if a man is willing to let you pay all the bills, he don't like you, and that's the reason why they never treat those women with respect because they never
What?
like them
That's
in the first place.
crazy.
They
Just one
don't.
second, Big Zach. I'm gonna go over here to Coach T, and then I'll get right there to you. Go ahead, Coach T.
Hey, good morning,
Hey,
ladies.
good morning.
I just want to say no pain, no gain. That's the programming right there, like you said, T. That's the program. I have a whole Spotify playlist of Mammy Pick Me songs from back in the 50s and six. Well, in the 50s and 60s, I give them a pass because they ain't really know no better. They ain't know that much yet. But it's that, like y'all said, that programming. It's in the music. It's in everything. And like y'all said, it doesn't matter if you put a bow on it, it's still shit. It doesn't matter if you try to say, well, I'm gonna ride for him and I'm gonna do all of these things for him and when he comes up, he's gonna make sure I'm good. No, he's not. He's going to mistreat you the whole way. And then when he get to where he wants to be, he's gonna look at you and say, I need to get somebody new because every time I look at you, you remind me of my old life, and I don't want to be reminded about that life. I want to move forward to what's new and better, and I can't have you here. So they they don't even thank you for your service. They just drop you like a bad habit, and they move on with their life. But number one, Clarissa Shields and Papoose, I knew something was off about Papoose and Remy coming out and saying and running it down like I'm something that I will always be seeing him like something's off about him. Matter of fact, I knew something was off about him on Love and Hip Hop when he pressured her to have that baby, to have the golden child. I'm like, this is weird. Like, why are you pressuring your wife into having a baby when she says she don't want a baby? So I knew something weird was going on in their relationship dynamic when they was on TV And she was like, I really don't want to have a baby. And I really don't. And then she had the baby and she like, I had the baby for Pat because Pat went. So I'm like, yeah, this relationship a little, something ain't right with this relationship. So her coming out and confirming that, yes, it is indeed, it is indeed PIMP and SW relationship. And I knew it. I just feel bad for Clarissa because not only is she younger than him, she's still young minded. I've followed Clarissa Shields for years because when I was in high school, I saw a documentary about her life, about where she came from, how she Clarissa Shields grew up in poverty. Like people like to joke and be like, "Oh, we grew up poor." And no, that girl grew up in the slums, in the trenches. Like they have camera footage of her going home to her house and it's dirty mattresses on the floor. Her mother cussing her out. Like she really had it rough growing up.
Yeah,
And so
yeah,
she's young. She's not just young, like 30. She's young minded. She hasn't lived much life. She don't know much about life. She don't know much about herself. And she's an athlete. She's been very sheltered, so to speak. Like if you know a professional athlete, especially like pro boxers, or even if you know like a college athlete, like they don't play about their sport. They be in the gym. They be working out. They be home gym. Like she really don't understand like what's going on and what she getting herself into. And it's sad that we're seeing this age old, tale as old as time, older woman versus younger woman trope playing out in real time over a man who is, like somebody in the comments said, a user. Like he's a user. Like you don't need to be with any man who would actively date you like out loud in public and he's still married. There's something wrong with that.
yeah.
But she don't have women in her corner telling her like, "Hey, girl, I wouldn't do that." Like she don't really have a mother. She don't really have a grandmother. She don't have no sisters. Like she's the big dog in her family. She taking care of all them people and making sure that they good. So I really just, my heart goes out to her and my heart aches for her because she's a young girl out in this world. A black girl lost. She a black girl lost right now. And it's just really sad to see.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely agree, Coach T, and I like her. I will say I love boxing, and I'm a very big fan of Clarissa Shields, and I do believe this is going to end disastrously for her. But let me go over here and make sure I get everybody a chance to speak. I'll give everybody since y'all been waiting, I give everybody 3 minutes to speak. Go ahead, Big Zach.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Hey, how you doing?
Pretty good. First off, that's a crazy take. This lady, she talking reckless. She talking reckless. This man
What
ain't
you
even
talking
talking
about?
about the Remy Ma situation. And then women can pick their own choices. This lady 30. She can pick the dude that she want to deal with. And she winning right now. She winning right now, boss. Um,
Winning in what way? Like I know she's winning as far as
in the
her
celebrity,
artistry.
she popping right now. Like it's like Papoose. And then what's wrong with a chick taking care of you? Like, what did you like?
What? What?
Sometimes you gotta. It's okay for the woman to take lead. It's some
You said what's wrong with a woman
like
taking
like
care of
like
me?
what's wrong with that?
Sir, if you
I
cool with
like
a
women with
woman
money.
taking care
So
of
does
you,
that make
then
me crazy?
yes, it does. If you are cool with a woman taking care of you, yes, it makes you crazy. It also makes you lazy. It
Women
makes you
like
not a
taking
man.
care of you. Some women like money.
Yeah, women with low self esteem,
They
women
like
just trying to
no
keep a
women
man.
like spending money on their friends and whatnot. Why not
Uh,
spending on the man you dealing with?
Sir, you
Some
said
women
taking
don't
care of
need
a
you for
man.
money.
If you are cool as a man, letting a woman take care of you. First of all, you're not a man, and number two, you don't like
And
her.
then Papoose is right in her hole because he took a back seat to her shine. That means that he was less than the man. That is
Mm.
crazy.
Well,
That
nobody
is
said anything like
crazy.
that. You talking about
She
something else.
rapped like Papoose for years.
Yeah, but you talk about something else, sir. We're talking about.
Top of the
I want to
top.
address what you first said about taking care of a man. Hey, you gotta wait, Tempest. Yeah.
I love women blessing me. Like, oh my goodness.
Oh,
Like,
you
it
like
feels
being
so
taken care of
amazing.
by women?
Do I like getting taken care of by women? Is that the
Yes.
question?
Yes.
I like for women to bless me. Like
Okay. You bless women?
I like nice things.
Do you trick on women?
I got $50.
Okay, all right. Then that just means that you're a user. All right, we're gonna keep going. All right, Big Zach. Let's go over here to the real. Go ahead, the real.
Might need a hug.
Yeah, okay, Big Zach.
She might need a kiss.
I'll come back to you. Go ahead. I know you playing, Zach. I know you are.
Her body rubbed off for the night.
I'm not
Yeah,
about
ask
to
y'all a
play with
question.
you
Top
this
of the morning,
Friday.
sister. Good morning. Good morning.
She,
Y'all gotta wait. I
she
gotta go
might
to
want to
the
be
real.
eat like a birthday cake that night.
Okay, ain't nobody playing. Sir, Big Zach, any woman can get any man to eat her like a birthday cake. There's no reason to pay for
Look
you
at
to
these
do it.
lips and
There,
look at the dude's lips
yeah,
that you
stop
just
it,
see every
stop
day.
it, stop it. I'm gonna go forward, Big Zach. You're playing. Go ahead, the real. Go ahead, the real.
Hey, good
Hey, how
morning.
you doing?
I'm cool. I'm cool. I'm just swiping and just listening, and I really don't understand why there's such a divide when it comes to us and our women. I know I'm a little older.
What are you
Uh,
talking about?
No, I'm just saying the Papoose and the Clarissa Shield thing, man. Like that's crazy. This man didn't say anything. He held it down.
I don't know what you're talking. Okay, I think you may be arguing a point. I can't speak for the other ladies on the panel, but I think you're arguing a point that I don't know what you're talking about. I put Clarissa and Papoose up there for one reason and one reason only, because I'm only ever concerned with black women and their welfare. I think that Clarissa Shields, who is a phenomenal athlete,
Is
phenomenal
being
boxer,
used,
the
correct?
best who's ever done it, in my opinion, respectfully, and I have watched every female boxer that you can imagine and
Okay.
male boxer. I think that her being 30 years old, getting involved with a man that's 47, that's in the
Mhm,
midst of a messy divorce, that's
mhm,
still clearly has feelings for his wife still, is
mhm.
a dumb move for her to make.
He's-
It's absolutely idiotic and is not going to work out in her favor. That's what I was talking about. So I don't know
How
what you're talking
so?
about the divide between black men and black women and all that. I don't that's not what we talk
You
about. And
didn't
we talk
even let
about
me
women not paying for men.
wait, Miss Host Lady. You didn't even let me get to the point. I only had 2 minutes, and you cut me off
I'm
in the
not
past
just because
2 minutes.
I interjected on you,
You
I'll give you
cut.
some
No,
more
no, no. It's
time.
not No, no, no.
Excuse me, please watch yourself, all right? What
Watch
I
my.
said
What did
was
I
is that
say?
okay, listen to what I'm saying to you. I interjected only to tell you, like, hey, I don't know what you're talking about, but whatever you're about to go down this road, that's
It.
not what I was saying specifically. I interjected. Of course, I will give you more time to speak.
Yes,
I was
ma'am.
just giving you clarification and context so that
Okay.
you didn't go and argue a point that no one was
I
making.
wasn't arguing a point. I was trying to make one, but thank
Okay,
you.
well,
I
I don't want to
understand.
hear
Yes,
about
ma'am.
the divide between black men and black women
Okay.
when nobody's saying anything about that. Y'all always come up here and say
That's
that
where
anytime
no.
people talk about black men or
That's
black
where it
women or
starts,
anything.
though.
So
That's
go
where it
ahead. It's
starts,
not what
though.
it
Who
is.
hurt
It's
you?
not what it is.
Who
You
hurt
causing
you?
divide right now
Who
by
hurt
being
you?
stupid. So,
Who
but go
hurt
ahead.
you? So now I'm stupid. But who
Okay,
hurt
let me
you,
just
man?
drop you. Have a great day. I'm not even gonna talk to you. You goodbye. Cause if you don't get what I'm saying, then you gotta go. Go somewhere else. Go ahead, Canadian. Go ahead, Canadian. Like I'm about to go back and forth with that man. Every time somebody come on here, I want to talk about the divide between the black men and the black women. Why is it that there's such a divide in the black community? We are over here talking about like women not paying for men. What are you talking about? Like, please get out of here. Let me block this man, okay? Because the only person that's triggered is you, but you're not about to be triggered no more because I'm about to block you. Have a great day. See you on your way. Go ahead, Canadian. I sent you a request to turn your mic on. Go ahead, Canadian, or maybe I don't know if you might have requested by mistake. Um, yeah, okay, I think so. I have to drop you, sis. You can come back.
Host, I go. Remy talk too much. That's all it is. Like she ain't had to tell all this. You ain't had to tell all this stuff. Now it's all coming out that Papoose writing your rhymes for you. Like why she had to go to the internet like this?
I think she was irritated because Clarissa was doing, like her little
Like you see the differences. Like when YT people go to court, they go to court on their stuff. They get it in legal things. Our people, it seems like we go to the internet. We want to make us.
plenty of white people go to the internet, Big Zach. It's just that you're black, so you don't be focused on the white
I
TV.
do.
The
I
white
looked at the
people
Johnny
do
Depp
plenty.
situation. They went to
They do
court.
plenty. No, they don't just go to court. They do plenty of things online as well, sir. But like I said before, it's like y'all be so focused on black people that y'all want to always try to elevate white people as if they're doing something better or they're a different type of breed than black people, which is not the
They
case.
keep their
Half
stuff
the
in
things,
house.
half the thing, they don't keep anything in house. That's my
But
thing.
listen,
They
but
do not.
listen,
But what they do is they rely on buck broken black people to push the narrative that they are superior and they're doing something better than the bad black people. And that to me is a crazy mentality to have in 2025, that you actually really believe that white people are doing something better than you. That's nuts. That
Keep
just
stuff
means
in
that
listen.
house.
that
Yes,
just
they
Hold
means
on,
keep both
but
secrets in house.
Massa did the right thing
You don't
on
learn
you
that
and
the
your
daddy was
lineage.
broken till
but
after he
trigger,
done
but
passed.
Yeah,
hold on,
Zach.
trigger.
What you're saying is nuts.
It says the man that's openly, this grown man is openly saying that he allows women to take care of him. No white teen man will openly say that because he still want to preserve his manhood and his masculinity. You're already effeminate. The fact that you even said that. You think the white teen man says that
And
out
I let
loud?
women go be great.
Yeah,
Well,
he
you
talking
If
about
they
getting
want to
paid
spend
for
some
that.
money on
Okay.
me, why not?
You can't compare yourself to the white man and then turn around and say what you are letting women do. Which one is it, sir?
Women with money like to spend money on you.
No, that's not the point that I said. I said you could have kept that to yourself, but you letting the whole world know that you are effeminate. And your man and the woman is actually the man in the relationship, not you. The white team man want to preserve his manhood while you still want to
What?
be a man. What? You the one who came up
That's
here.
crazy.
Yeah, you look effeminate. You look very
I
feminine.
just look good. It
No,
be
you look
like
But
that
very
Zach, you
sometimes.
don't
And
look
people,
good. Stop
it's
it.
some
Stop
no,
men
it.
you
that
don't
gotta
Stop
look
get
it.
good.
taken
Stop
care
it.
of.
Stop
Maybe
it.
I'm
No,
one
you
of
don't
them.
Stop
know
it. You
because
know
you're
what?
dumb. If your mom
Zach,
didn't do
Zach,
that,
Zach.
if your
We
mom
got to
didn't do
get you
that,
living in reality, sir.
your
We
mom
got
never
to
did
get
that
you
for
living in
you.
reality. You don't look good. And if anybody's paying for you to eat them like a birthday cake or do anything with them, I promise you, them women is probably, I
Kim
hate to rate
Kardashian paid
people,
$30,000 for her lips.
Kim
God gave them to
Kardashian
me.
ain't paying nothing for you. She ain't
God
paying
gave them to
nothing for
me.
you, nothing to you, nothing for you to do nothing. If any woman gave you even a McDouble and a fry or a McValue meal for you to do
You
anything
want me
with
to show
them,
you my
they are the
shoes?
desperate of the desperate. Okay? Period.
What?
And it's just that simple. Please stop unmuting yourself. If any woman paid you to do anything, she is the lowest of the low. And I can guarantee you her options is slim to none. Stop it. Ain't no woman paying you for nothing. Ain't no woman of quality or value that is reasonably
Look at
attractive
my face.
paying
You
you for
see it?
nothing. Yes, I see it, and I know you trolling me.
You see my face?
Stop trolling me.
I'm about to say he came
Zach,
up here to be
stop
a
it.
joke. He came
You
up
you
here to
posted
be
my picture like it was ugly or something.
It is
very,
ugly.
Like I didn't
very,
like it.
very,
Like I didn't post it.
very,
It
very,
is ugly. You
very
posted it
ugly.
because you're delusional. You are delulu.
What? Y'all follow me? It's crazy. Like I don't like how myself look. Like baby,
Y'all gotta please stop it. Stop it. I'm sorry,
I
Zach.
love me.
You about to kill me.
Put me on the big screen.
And you love yourself, you'll
Tell her
lose
to
some
put me on the
damn
big
weight.
screen.
And you love yourself, you lose some weight.
Talking about that. That's why I love Clarissa Shields. She and her femininity.
Wait a minute, but you are not masculine. You allowing women to take care
That's
of
why I
you.
love.
How are you
That's why
going
I
to talk
love
about
Clarissa Shields.
femininity?
Look
How
how
you going to
strong
talk
Clarissa
about
Shields is,
femininity?
and look
Trigger,
how
Stop it. Stop it.
look how she
trigger.
just melt.
He
Be
said,
quiet. Be quiet.
trigger,
Be
he
quiet,
said
Zach.
in
Don't
her
unmute yourself again.
femininity,
I'm about to drop
meanwhile,
you.
he's the woman in a relationship. He's the woman. You are feminine. You are sitting in your
I'm the only man
femininity.
in the relationship. I'm the only
Sir,
one who got
you
this
are
Oh,
pole.
sitting
stop,
in your
stop,
femininity.
stop, stop,
Sir, you are
stop.
sitting in your femininity. You are sitting in your femininity right now.
Oh my goodness.
She can't pole herself. Like what is you saying?
You are sitting in your femininity right now, sir.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This is ridiculous. T, this man trolling us. You know this?
I know
He
he
trolling
is.
us. He trolling
He
us.
is. He is.
Oh my
It's just
goodness. It's hilarious. I can't.
he do that all the time.
Picture of. I like looking at myself.
Oh my goodness. The big Zach. I almost called you Big T. Big Zach. Listen, please don't unmute yourself again. I really honestly, because you really playing right now. And I know you playing. And I know you playing with us. Like, stop it. Please stop it. Ain't nobody paying. Okay? Ain't nobody paying. And like I said, if anybody pay anything other than $10 in EBT or SNAP benefits, then there's a problem with that woman. Even if she's paid the 10 in SNAP, it's still bad. Um but let's just move forward. All I was trying to say is that we as black women, like, you see a man, I want you to understand something. If a man tells you that he's completely, and this is serious now, if a man tells you that he's completely fine with you taking care of him, you providing for him staying in your house rent free, you buying his clothes, and it's so many, and it's like it's a lot of black women that do that. It's like a dirty secret. It's black women that pay for men's entire existence, pay the bills, pay the rent, pay for their clothes, do all of these things. And eventually those women end up resenting those men because those men don't respect it and they don't respect them. And I really want any woman that's listening to this that does that. If a man is willing to allow you to do those things, he does not respect you. He does not like you, because I can guarantee you, if he saw the most beautiful woman, a woman that he really liked and was into, he wouldn't even feel comfortable coming at her like that. He wouldn't even feel comfortable even approaching her in that manner, because he would know that he would put in his mind a value on her that he would say, oh no, I got to come correct when coming with her. I can't ask her to pay my bills. I can't ask her to take care of me. I can't be laid up here doing nothing. If a man is willing to do that, he does not like you. He does not care about you. And you are simply a placeholder until if he is able to get the woman that he wants. Until he can get that woman, that's the only time he'll be there. Once he has a better option, he'll be gone. So in no way is it admirable for you as a woman to take care of a man, period. And if you're pregnant, like what me and T was talking about, the lady on Love After Lockup, she's pregnant and this man is sitting here talking about, oh, go pick up another shift, I'm not going to work. You're the biggest goofy and dummy in the entire world, because why? Why? Any man that will feel comfortable in telling you that, once again, does not like you and does not care for you. And as I was saying, for the other weird dude that was up here that wanted to make this some type of black man versus black woman issue, which I wasn't even about to go and have that discussion with that Ashy. Let me say this, is that Clarissa Shields is one of the greatest athletes as far as boxing that the world has ever seen in this generation, period, hands down. And if you don't know that, then you just don't watch boxing. For her to, in my opinion, lower herself to be with an old over the hill rapper that is in the midst of a nasty divorce. I'm not saying that Remy Ma was perfect or whatever. I'm not, but I don't think that he was perfect either. So my thing is that for you to get involved in that mess and mix when you have no kids, no children, no baggage, girl, are you crazy? Why are you not looking for a 30-year-old man that is also an athlete, also on your level? Why are you choosing to be with him? But once again, just like Coach T was saying, Clarissa Shields comes from the slums. She comes from the bottom of the bottom. So she probably already has, you know what I'm saying, like, complexes and insecurities and things that money can't fix, that will make her feel like this is the type of man that she should be settling for. Like, I don't know nothing about Papoose, but all I know is that in this situation, she's most definitely settling to be with a man like him. Period. What is going on? And that is my problem, is that there are so many black women, and you don't got to be famous, you don't got to be an athlete, you don't got to be a rapper, you don't got to be an actress, you don't got to be a singer, but even in everyday life, there are so many black women, and it could be not even be a rich black woman, she could be just a regular earning black woman, but it's so many black women lowering their standards to entertain bottom of the barrel black men, or at least black men that are not on their level. And it's like, why are so many black women doing that? But what I think is that there's so much of a disconnect. When black women maintain or get some type of success, it's very difficult to find a black man on that same level. So, and a lot of black women still really, really want black men, really, really want to be with black men and have a relationship and have black children and all that. So they're willing to lower their standards to entertain men, black men specifically, that are not on their level. But I just want to say that when you do that, there is no benefit to it. It always, for the most part, I'm going to give 1%, variable for the ones that works out. But 99% of the time, it's not going to work out when you do that. It's not. When you entertain a man that's not on your level, it's not going to work out. It's so many different reasons why it doesn't work out. The man is jealous, that you end up getting resentment. It's just a whole lot of things that occur. So all I'm saying is that we as black women, you know what I'm saying, that are single or looking for somebody, please stop entertaining men that are not on your level. period. And of course, it just doesn't apply to black men only, black women pursuing black men, but also all races of men. But I think we have a very serious problem with black women absolutely requiring nothing just because they want the presence of a black man around, or just because society has brainwashed the black woman to feel like black men are so down bad and have it so hard that you should do him a solid and entertain him when he's broke, busted, and disgusted. And no, because would that man entertain you if he was up? No. Look at all these men talking about high value this, high value that. Oh, if I got money, I'm not entertaining black women that look like this, or black women that act like this, or black women that do this. They would never entertain you if they didn't feel like you were on their level. So why in the world would you entertain them while they're not on your level? You know what I'm saying? Because it would never be reciprocated. A black man that is super, let's say he's attractive. He's attractive. He got money. He got everything going for him. Let's say he doesn't have any children or whatever. Do you think that he's giving a overweight woman with 5 kids by 5 different baby daddies a chance because he feels like he's supposed to entertain? Yo, I got to give a sister a chance. Never, 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 never. He would never do it. The only people that are expected to lower their standards when they're at the top are black women, and black women alone. A black man that has everything to offer you will never settle for nothing. He gonna tell you right in your face, no, sis, you don't qualify. No, I don't want you. No, you don't look good. No, you don't do this. Da, da, da. So why would you do that? Black women have got to unpack that ideology that we have to settle, but nobody else does. But let me keep going. Go ahead, Coach T. If you had something to say, sis.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about number 2, the love
Okay.
after lockup. Child, a mess. And I'll share a personal anecdote about this. And I think we was talking about this like the other day when we was talking about, black women establishing our own standards and guides for men we want to date. And number 1 being on the list, no felons, no criminal, no people who commit crimes, no people who have committed crimes, whether you've been convicted, sentenced, whatever the circumstance is. If you are not a lawful citizen, then we just can't date you. And I would say, looping back to Clarissa Shields and why I feel so bad for her not having the guidance and the wisdom of older women in her life, is because the 2 women in my life saved me from an ex-felon and a criminal, because I ain't know no better. I was young. I was 22, met this older man who I think he had just got out of jail like a year. Maybe it couldn't have been more than 2 years. Like, he was fresh out of prison. And they really looked out for me. Not in the like, I'ma tell you, like, you gotta be careful. Like, don't be messing. Like, they really just they set out the breadcrumbs for me and let me put the pieces of the puzzle together and let me draw my own conclusion by making me see who he really was in certain situations. And I really was reflecting on that yesterday. It came up for me, interestingly enough. But a lot of these girls in these love after lockup, they're in these weird relationships with these inmates. Like, you can't even wait till he get out of jail. Like, you boo loving somebody who is in jail, like, he's a ward of the state. He can't be your man. He belongs to the state, boo. He belongs to the U.S. federal court system. He can't be your man. So it's really sad, especially seeing that paradigm play out, specifically with the young lady who's pregnant and her being a darker skinned black woman who would not be looked at as attractive, and the typical stereotypical fairer skinned male with light pretty eyes. And so it's just really sad. Like, it's just so sad to see the girls is going out like this. But unfortunately, it's like they just really are having to learn for themselves. And it's worse that the girls who are having to learn these lessons, like Clarissa, like I don't want to be rude. I don't know the young lady's name on Love After Lockup, but these 2 women, you can look at them and you can see how beautiful their spirits are and how big their hearts are and how much they are yearning to love and be loved. And then to watch these men take advantage of that, it's really demonic and cold-blooded. And I just hate that we have our daughters who are like that have to live in this world too.
All right, all right. I definitely agree with what you said, Coach T, for sure. Let me go down here to Big Zach. I hope that you're gonna be serious now. Zach. Go ahead, sir. You had something to say?
Yeah, I have something to say.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, so it is okay with your woman leading, like a Monique and her husband type situation. It is okay. Sometimes your woman gotta be the star, and sometimes her income can exceed yours, and it's okay. It just you gotta figure out what things help you in y'all relationship. I don't. You don't have to be the financial guy in your relationship if you have a woman that's a big dog in her field. You feel me? You can take the back burner, and it is okay. I like seeing my woman be great. You feel me? I don't have to be financial because it's women out here that really make more. They praise their degrees and they using them. Office managers, coordinators, controllers, all that, nurse practitioners, they getting these degrees. What do you think they spend their money on? You get what I'm saying? Like the educated women, the super educated, the lawyers and whatnot, they like to bless you. They like to say, "Hey, I paid for this vacation. Hey, well, I got it. I don't want you to do. I don't want you to have to stress about that because I'm making it." They love for you to be. They love spending money, and why not spend it on a man? The love out the lockup chicks. It's something wrong with them women. They like being able to say, "Hey, I'm finna hang up the phone on you, so you can't talk to me." Like they have complex issues, but it's usually be the big girls. A lot of big girls go through this. Um, and y'all, it's okay for the woman to win, babe. I just want to see you be great. You feel me? Like I want you to win that life. Okay, women like setting goals for themselves in regards to jobs and whatnot. Sometimes she just need to talk through because she gonna work anyways. But she just may need a person that's there to listen to what them people did to her that day, and she want to take you out or buy you something for that. It ain't nothing wrong with that, boss.
Are you there?
It ain't nothing wrong with
Yes,
that.
yes, I am, sis. I was trying to be like, you know what I'm saying, just give them the chance to speak. Cause sometimes when I upload these to YouTube, people be like, y'all got to let the men speak. We need to hear the thought processes. So I was just letting them speak.
Yeah, you
I'm
see the thought
flabbergasted.
process
I was
though. You see
listening.
the
I was following right along. Yep.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm flabbergasted. I'm flabbergasted, Zach.
Like if
Are
you
you
had a
done?
big job and you know what I'm saying, like you wouldn't want to bless your man. Like what kind of
No,
usury stuff is that?
no. But you're
Zach,
using you're
look.
open to admitting
This
that
is the
you're
you're not
using
talking
women.
about that. You're not talking about a situation of you living with a man, your man take care of you and everything, and then you get some money and you do something for him too. You're talking about the whole man mooching off the lady and she's the one handling everything. That's gross. Okay,
Like
and
look at the Papoose
no
situation.
dynamics are successful in that situation.
Look
I'm
at the
sorry.
Papoose situation. She a world champion. Ain't no bigger than her. Like ain't nothing he can do to compare right now. So guess what, baby? You the champ. And you see how she blushed when she talked to him. Oh my god, it made me just want a woman. I finna call somebody after this. Hey
That's because
man,
she has low self esteem, Zach.
what? Oh my
Yes,
goodness.
absolutely. She has low self esteem. And
Why
that's
y'all making
clearly
her a
obvious.
victim?
It's clearly obvious she has low self esteem because if she didn't have low self esteem, there'd be no reason why she would be entertaining a probably potentially broke rapper that is over the hill like and that is almost 20 years older than her. There'd be no reason why she would entertain him at all.
He
Like,
still look good.
and she
Remy just
just
mad because she
you
can't
look
post
he
no
still
pictures
looks
of her
good.
man.
He still looks good. Would you date him, Zach?
No, I don't
Are
like
you attracted to
dudes.
him?
I
Well,
don't
then
like
why are you
dudes.
talking about he still looks good? How do you know what he looks like to the
It
average
look,
woman?
it still
Unless
look
she
good,
like me.
aesthetically pleasing. Cause I'm
Oh,
an aesthetically pleasing guy. You know what
oh
I'm
my
saying?
God,
So I
Zach,
understand
I can't. You know
other
what,
people who look good. I give
Zach? You know
props.
what? You're funny. You're very funny. You're the funniest man I've ever had up here.
I give props to guys who look good. Am I
I
wrong for
promise
That's
that?
the
you.
thing, though. But that's the thing, though,
Go
Trey. This is
ahead,
the
Coach
real.
D.
This is what we're
Am I
facing.
wrong? Like, hey, bro, you
Look,
straight. You know what I'm
this
saying?
not
You
this,
gonna get
this,
them
No, we
too.
we
all
know we
right,
know
go
that's
ahead,
true.
Coach D.
We not answer.
Hey, Caramel Mermaid.
Hey, Caramel Mermaid.
Hey, T Scorpio. Hey, sis. Hey,
Oh my
Jordan.
goodness. Hey, go ahead,
But
T.
I'll just say really quickly because I want to hear what Caramel got to say. I know she be working and stuff. So I'll just say really quickly about just listening to men talk. Like y'all really be having to just let men talk and let them just say what they're gonna say, and then you govern yourself accordingly. You just let them say what they're gonna say. Let them give you their point of view. Let them bring to the table what they want to, so to speak, and then you can decide if you want to stay and break bread with them, or if you want to exit stage left and make your move. But that's in all relationships. Let people show you who they are, and then just believe them. Like, don't stick around trying to make sense of it. Don't stick around trying to change them or figure it out. Just let people show you who they are, and then from there you know how to move.
All right, all right. Go ahead, T Scorpio. I'll go to T Scorpio and then I'll go right to you, Caramel Mermaid. Go ahead, T Scorpio. Let me send you a request to turn your mic on just in case you can. You there, T? If not, then I'll go to
Yeah, just go to Carmel. I'm busy right now. You can hear him.
Girl,
okay.
give
All
him
right,
his
T.
blueberry waffle pancakes.
All right, go ahead, Carmen.
Okay. You know what's so funny with number one? Hello, y'all. Um, Prior to me scrolling, and I got onto this live. There is actually a video. Like if I scroll back, of Remy Mob recording herself, giving Clarissa Shields auntie advice about Papoose. Like really, just telling her like, hey, like this man is 47 years old. He keeps putting whispers in your ear that he wants a son, but unfortunately, he has a son. He just don't like the fact that his son is of the Abachata community, and he's in denial of that. But yeah, he said, but yeah, he has a son. He's in denial due to his orientation. Then I didn't go so far because I scrolled, but pretty much she was just something like, you 30, you're young, you're vibrant. You up here chasing a man, you up here with a man that got you looking like a fool. He has nothing going on for himself, but he's using you for some clout or trying to get some money off of him. Like, she literally was like just putting it all out. She said, I'm not bitter or anything. I'm telling you like it is. Like, you need to really think about this, sweetie. Like you're young. You can get any man you want to. Why you want to get with this man? And I was like, oh, I didn't know she was in her 30s. Like, I didn't know she was like just left like in her 20s. Like, I didn't.
Fresh 30, Caramel. Like, just turned 30 like
Yeah.
last month or
What
something.
kind of bitter ex stuff is that? I done moved on.
That is not bitter ex stuff. Like, that's literally like, hey, sometimes most women, I wish an ex-girlfriend told me how their men were. Like, how that man was. Instead of me be like, oh, being all in love, and she disappeared, she gone, and next thing you know, all the stuff. Then next thing you know, boom, you get hit with baby mama drama. You get hit with 20 girls trying to jump you. You get hit with so much stuff. That is not bitter. That is not bitter ex-wife. That's nothing bitter about that. She just telling her, hey, this is what's gonna happen. This is how he is. But if you want it, so be it. But I mean, truth be told, I mean, this man got this young woman up here, looking like a fool. Like, how many women that she was beefing with over Papoose outside of Remy? It was a couple, I remember. It was a couple. It wasn't none, boo boo. It wasn't none. Number two, love after lockup, pregnant. Oh my god! Like, okay. Here's the thing. Do not entertain these jailbirds. Like, really, do not entertain these jailbirds. This nigga gonna get you pregnant, and he ain't gonna take care of the baby. Cause you know what? He's a jailbird, and you know how they are. I do think that pygmies do have low self-esteem because it's kind of like number four. They gotta have a man. It's like they need to have a man. They're so desperate to say, "Hey, I'm not like her. Look at me. You see, I'm for your toxic masculinity. I am for your this and this. Choose me. Be with me." It's like they are so male centered. It's like they wake up like, "Oh, I need to have a man in my life." And
I love them type women.
well,
Zach, we
you
don't
know
care
what?
if
your
you love
voice
those
don't
type of
sound
women.
like you actually love
You're
those
not even
type
trying
of
to pay for
women.
nothing. So what would be
Yeah.
the benefit of you liking anything? You're not gonna pay for nothing. You want the woman to pay for you. You want to be tricked
The
on.
pick me right
What's the
type
benefit of
women.
having you around? Like, what's
All
the
you gotta
benefit?
do is get a like
No.
to men out there who listen
Yeah.
to this thing. All you gotta do
No.
is get a
She's
woman.
not
You'll
done
come back
talking. You
up.
gotta wait. You gotta wait, Zach, until Carmel's done. Go ahead, Carmel.
I swear, the more he talks, the more he sounds like a eunuch. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. I don't think he know what a eunuch is. Um, but anyways, like I was saying, it's like the pygmies. You can tell, like even when how they look, even like if you see the pygmies on TikTok or hear them talk, or they be in like in the comments. You go to their picture, you get to their pictures. It's like it's some kind of voidness in their eyes. Like they have so much low self-esteem. It's like it's no pride, it's no joy in their eyes. It's just like their pride and their joy just it needs to be like a man has to make them prideful. A man needs to bring them joy. And it's sad. It's very sad. They look worn out, they look homely, they look depressed, they look like their whole lives has been sucked out of them. And it is so weird. It's like they just had this look about them, and you can tell like what a look is, that they have no self-esteem, and it's low energy and no self-esteem.
Yeah. All
So
right.
yeah, that's all I gotta say.
All right, Carmel.
But let the eunuch talk.
I'm gonna go over here first before I get to Zach. I'm gonna let Dark Truth speak, and this new person I added up very jacked up. Go ahead, Dark Truth. If did you have anything to say? Mm.
To be honest, I accidentally requested that.
Oh, you accidentally ran. Okay, no problem, babe. All right, so let me go over here to very jacked up, and then I'll go to Zach. Go ahead, very jacked up.
Like, it's the fact that successful black women are going for Dusties that is just shocking to me. It's just shocking to me, right? When we're
Yeah.
talking about Halle Bailey and all of these new cases, like there is a trend. Like, are you guys not noticing the trend? It's always a successful black woman with a Dusty, right? The fact that Clarissa Shields is dating Papoose, who is married, and like, I'm not trying to be funny. Papoose never gave, what's the word I'm trying to be respectful. He was just Remy Ma's husband to me, right? Gen Z. I just viewed him as Remy Ma's husband. I know he had like his little career thing going on, but yeah, he's famous because of Remy Ma. So the fact that she's a glorified side chick and all of her, like, I don't understand the mentality there. Like all of her accomplishments, and she doesn't want to find like an actual real guy and like settle down. Like, that's crazy. Like that to me is like borderline like mental illness. Sorry. So I feel like when it comes to black women, like, stop dating down. I don't know. Stop being desperate, because men can smell that on you. A lot of men are predators out here, right? They're preying on your insecurities, your naivety, and they're gonna take advantage of you every single time. And when they can't, they're gonna show their true colors, and that's when they're gonna start beating you up. Consistent. It's a trend. Like, I don't get it.
Yes, I definitely agree with you. Very jacked up for sure. And I agree with what you said about the mental illness part too. And if it isn't a mental illness, it's some type of like complex, you know what I'm saying, or something like that, which is probably still under that umbrella. But yeah, I mean, I definitely agree with you. But like I was saying earlier, I don't know out if you were here, if you were listening, but I do think that Black women have been brainwashed societally to feel like they are supposed to lower their standards in order to obtain a man, and more specifically to obtain a Black man, to have a Black man means that they need to lower their standards. And so, there are so many Black women that are like, high earners, or they have a lot going. They're encouraged to settle for a man that is lower than them when they're at their peak. But however, when Black men are at their peak, they're not encouraged to settle, nor do they think they should settle. They want the top of the top. They want somebody that they feel is equal to them, or at least matches what they got going on. And Black men would never, if they were at the top, lower their standards and entertain a Black woman that they felt like was beneath them. But for some reason, Black women are encouraged to do that. And I don't believe in doing that. Black women should not give men any grace. The same way we are not afforded any, there's no reason why we should be giving that to Black men. And I definitely agree. Like, Clarissa Shields is definitely going out sad behind this, because I followed her for years now, because I like the sport of boxing, and I've never seen as much bad press she is getting right now than since she's been connected to Papoose. Now, of course, there were always white tea people that were mad at her because she's confident. She's a confident boxer, and knows her skill set, because most white tea people are intimidated by Black athletes that are cocky. But being a boxer, male or female, you're going to be cocky, and that's just what it is.
Yeah.
That's what goes on. But I've never, other than that, you know what I'm saying, I've never seen any bad press for her. I never saw people upset with her, not liking her, anything, until she got connected with Papoose. And that is a big indicator right there, if you're making the right decision in who you're choosing. Because if things start going worse than when you were before, then that lets you know that's not a person that you should entertain at all.
Facts.
But
And to me, Papoose doesn't protect this woman. I have never seen a post from him coming out trying to be on her defense. I haven't personally seen that. It's always her defending this man. Like, nah.
yeah, I definitely agree with you. Let me go over here to Zach, and then Chillatown. And hopefully I'm saying that right. Go ahead, Zach.
This just show you, watch who you deal with. You can't take rats out of Brooklyn and think you gonna make them your wife. You just can't do it. Some women keep business at home, like
No,
Clarissa
Zach,
Shields.
watch your mouth. You're not gonna come up here and refer to a Black woman as a Brooklyn rat. Okay,
Like,
have some
man,
respect and have some decorum.
you seen how baby was talking?
Trigger has allowed you a space to speak, but you are not gonna come up here and disrespect Black women. So watch your mouth.
And I ain't talking about all Black women. I'm talking
But
about
you are referring to a specific Black woman. You called her a Brooklyn rat.
Yeah, we're not
Watch your
gonna do no
mouth.
disrespect. You can't tell exactly, Coach C. Get him. You can't tell us what we can or can't do. I don't know what you thought.
I don't know who he's talking about.
Yeah. So if you can't be respectful, you gonna have to go.
Because I know he can't be talking about me.
No, he wasn't talking about you.
He referred to Reminisce Martin as a Brooklyn rat.
Like,
I said New
You want
York.
to disrespect somebody? Get the
I
balls
said
correct.
New York, boss. Chicks in
No,
New
you
York
said
got mouth.
Brooklyn. If you want to disrespect somebody, you need. I'm sorry. If you want to disrespect somebody, you need to get your boroughs correct.
Ma'am, sir. Oh my God.
She's not even from Brooklyn. I mean, she's not even from Brooklyn. I can see.
Chicks who talk like that, leave them alone.
Yeah. No. She want to disrespect a Black woman, and I am a Black woman. I'm gonna reciprocate that disrespect. That's the problem with Black men like you. You want to disrespect us, but when it gets reciprocated, you want to be like, oh my God, how dare you? How dare you?
Nobody disrespected him. His behavior needed to be checked, and that's what a lot of men's problem is they think that their point of view needs to be centered, and this is why they say nobody listens to men's problem, because when y'all have a voice, y'all use it to say dumb stuff and to be disrespectful and to demean and to minimalize who women are and what we are. Reminisce Martin is a hip-hop legend. She is a rap legend. She has done so much for women in the arena of rap, hip-hop, music, whatever you want to call it. You are not going to get up here and call her a New York
Went to jail for doing what?
You are not going to get up here and call her Brooklyn Bronx rat. That's not what we're gonna do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was so
I just
random. I
dropped
don't
him,
even
ladies.
know.
I just dropped him because like clearly, first of all, he was already trolling with his big face. Your face can't even is taking up your whole profile picture, and you over here talking about women are paying you to eat them like a birthday cake. And it's just like, what are women paying you? Like I said before, $5 in SNAP benefits. What exactly are you getting? Because there's no woman that's on any type of notable level or decency entertaining you at all. You know what I'm saying? And
But that
I entertain them a little bit just because I know people like to listen to the lives and they can get entertained by hearing a goofball. But no, he was getting too out of pocket. Was you
they,
trying to say something,
they
Coach T?
I was just gonna say that what I like about your space trigger is that you, like I said, you allow them to reveal themselves. But my problem with men, when you give them an inch, they take a mile. Like you taking it too far. Have some respect. Like have some decorum. You've been allowed to be in this space with black women and allowed to have a point of view and an opinion. You're doing too much. Okay, you're doing way too much. And all you had to do was say, you know what? Let me watch my mouth. But you can't even do that.
Yeah, I mean, but Coach T, you gotta. That's a man that was just sitting over here advocating for being at home, playing the PlayStation, and being a basically a shiftless loser while his woman takes care of him. Like yeah, he already was on some bogus type of time. Like I said, and also he's clearly Delulu because there's no way in the world you're gonna tell me that your face is taking up the entire profile picture and there that you have all of these women waiting in the wings to have you pleasure them and pay you like you're also delusional. You're a delusional nut job. I just there's something mentally wrong with that man, truthfully. And
Yeah, like
that's my
what is
thing.
up with that?
Yeah, I don't
Like I've never understood that. Men going back and forth. No, I would choose Kylie over Megan Thee Stallion. Babes, they're not options for you. Neither of those women are your options for you.
yeah,
Like I've
it's
never
crazy.
understood that.
I don't know, girl. Let me go up here to Chilo Tam. Sorry if I'm saying it wrong. Please let me know how to say it. I sent you a request to turn your mic on. Yeah, go ahead, sis.
Hi, you actually said it correctly. That's
Okay.
really impressive. Thank you. Okay, so I've been listening to you for about a year now, but I only listen to your lives on YouTube and I actually really like your videos. I'm from Nigeria, but I live in the US. So I wanted to just chip in something about talking. This is the third point on your page. I think. Sorry, I don't know how TikTok works. I'm very used to YouTube. I'm not really sure how it works, but
Oh, no problem.
okay. So talking about low self-esteem and pickmeism. So I just wanted to give a different how should I say it now? Like a different perspective, right? I come from a country where like we haven't even gotten to where American women are in terms of rights. Like women are usually told, even when you're in an abusive marriage, they tell you to stay, and women often die. And I feel like it's just something that has been ingrained in a lot of people, and like you have to really go out and meet new people and be more exposed before you kind of understand that these things are not normal. So when I think of pick meism, right, I just think it's such a sad way for the girl child to grow up, because right from even when I was, and I'm very young, right, I'm not up to 30 yet, but even right from when I was really young, I have four elder sisters, and they basically just groomed us into thinking nothing you do is enough unless you're attached to a man, or nothing you do is enough unless you're married. And it wasn't until when I came to America, I started interacting with people and just understanding that I'm worth so much more than just attaching myself to a man. And not to say that marriage is not good. Like I believe good marriages still exist, and I believe it's good to aspire to one. But I've become so comfortable with the idea of, like it's not in Nigeria we say it's not a do or die affair, right? I think that if anything, maybe if people, or let's say if us as women, because I really think this is a unique female problem, right? If we're going to dismantle that pick meism, we really have to start from young to tell our children, our nieces, our cousins,
about or just keep ingraining in them how important or how valuable they are to society regardless of their attachment to men. I have a niece that is I think 12 or 13 years old, and this is a kind of a completely different topic, but she grew up, she's a dark-skinned girl, very beautiful, and right from when she was young, this was like as young as 5, 6 years old, she'd be so insecure about her skin color, and I had to tell her, look, you're in my family were Christians, right? I always tell her you're wonderfully and beautifully made. That's what the Bible says, right? And you can just imagine what a 5-year-old or a 6-year-old is going through for her to think of herself that lowly at such a young age. So I think these things really start from childhood. I really appreciate how far America has come, because I can attest to the two different realities, if that makes sense. And another thing I wanted to say is when I was still living in Nigeria, of course, I used to keep up with American politics and everything that used to happen here. And I never really, I feel like it's something that a lot of people will not understand until you start living here and you actually start interacting with the people who live here. Because when I go out on the streets, the only way people will know that maybe I'm not from here is if they hear me speak, right? The only thing that differentiates me is my accent. But as far as I've lived here, you just see that the people you I don't know how to express myself saying this. Okay. So I feel like when you come here, your experience is so much different that you start to understand where Black women are coming from. And that's why I really appreciate your platform, because if not for you, like, I would have been so ignorant, and not ignorant to the point like talking bad about Black women or Black people, just ignorant, like just not understanding or just not knowing what's going on. So back to the whole pickmeism thing, and then I wanted to also talk about the needing a black sorry, I know I have to censor myself, needing a BM for more than life itself. In Nigeria, right, we don't really have the problem of how should I mean this in no disrespect, like maybe getting or having a child before getting married and stuff like that, although it's becoming more widespread, if you will. And we also don't have the race problem, because Nigeria is a homogeneous society, so all of us are Black. But Nigerian, I think it's getting better now, because now, like, the younger generation, we're trying to educate the younger girls and say, like, hey, this, like, having a man is not the end all be all of your life. But when I when I look at certain societies where, like, even 13-year-olds are married, it breaks my heart so much. And when you try, I think the most painful part is, like, when you try to tell these men about it, they just brush you off like you're crazy. Sometimes I feel like I'm in the twilight zone, because I kid you not, right? I have a lot of Nigerian mutuals on Twitter, or what people know as X, right? And I have access to Nigerian tweets, and you see men like openly talking about going to groom and I'm so sorry, going to the G word, minors, right? 16-year-olds, 17-year-olds, and then they even give you like it's so ridiculous.
I'll give you 2 more minutes, Chitlo Tam.
Okay. It's so ridiculous, and then it makes me realize that even what like this whole BM problem, right? It's everywhere. It's not even just in America, and it makes me like, it's really, really sad. But I just came here to thank you for your platform. Like, it's really, really been helping me, and I've been sharing to my friends as well. I just saw your post on what's it called, on YouTube posts, and I saw you were live, so I decided to come and join. So thank you so much.
Oh, no problem. I really appreciate you coming up here and talking today. And I'm so thankful that you found me and that you came on the live today, and I got a chance to talk to you. And hopefully you will not be a stranger, and you will come back as well, for sure. Let me go down here to Supervillain. So I just want to make sure everybody can get a chance.
Hi, Supervillain.
Hey, how you doing, Supervillain? You can go ahead, sis.
What's up, Billy? Hey, Trey. Hey,
Hey.
Cookie, everyone. Um,
And hey, girly.
yeah, this conversation has been going so great. I honestly, Triggered. This is the first time where I don't have much to add. Everything has been said. I don't even know where to come from in the conversation. I did want to just make a statement while I was up here, but first I do want to say the most I could say is that black women, I love y'all. I love black women so much. I'm talking about from the ghetto black woman to the elitist black woman, from the smartest one to the dumbest one. We are all so beautiful. I just love me some black women, and I would just be honest. I was perplexed the other day just thinking, how could you not love black women? Like, I can understand when you don't like them at times, right? We're all human beings. But I don't know, Trick. There's something about a black woman. Oh my goodness. I watched The Color Purple the other day, the new one. Just the power in the voice, just the beautiful shades and sizes and ways that we come in. I just really don't understand the black woman vitriol, but I just want black women to know that if you don't have someone that loves you, I love you, black women. And if you don't feel loved, that means I am no longer on this earth. I just want to throw that out there and just give black women their flowers. I love me a black woman. I'm extremely prejudiced. I love all women, but there is something about a black woman, y'all. I can't even describe it. You know what it is, Trey? You know, like when you get in your bed and you cold and you pull the covers up, that first feeling of warmth that you get? That's how much I love black. That feeling right there, that first real good cover you get, that first feeling of warmth. That's how I feel about black women. I just love black women so much. But I did want to say to Chila Tim, she is so sweet. I'm also Nigerian. I'm specifically Igbo. I just want to make sure that we are not putting the wrong narrative out there. This is that's
Igbo as well.
Oh, okay. So okay. Well, I just want to
Nice
make
to meet you.
nice to meet you too. I want to always be honest. Now,
Just one
single.
second, super villain. I'm sorry.
Yes.
I gotta interject because it's the lady in the comments.
Okay.
Florence, I think you're I don't even really want to repeat it, Florence, because I know what you're trying to say, and I think you're trying to say that about supervillain. That's not true. And I the fact that you would even say that is mad disrespectful, Florence. And you know, I don't even know how to say the words without like triggering TikTok. But I think that you were saying because of supervillain's voice that she is yeah, a T
I
woman.
just caught that. Okay. No,
Yeah.
Florence, to be honest, my father raised me to be a strong black man. That's why I'm a very masculine sounding woman. I'm also from New York. And I also have a sinus issue, so I definitely get
I,
that a lot. It
I'm
is
gonna block
okay.
her.
But she's
She's
from
getting blocked.
New
She's getting
York.
blocked right now. I'm not even Florence, you're blocked forever. And I'm gonna screenshot you so that I can block you from all my other platforms. You're blocked immediately.
Hmm. I mean,
You
you
Got it.
know
know,
what's crazy is I've actually seen her before and I have her blocked. So that's funny.
Yeah,
I've
she's
never met
blocked.
this person. I
Yeah, I just
don't.
blocked her. She's gone. She's gone. She's blocked. Okay, you guys can go back and forth. I think you and Chilotan was talking. Y'all can go ahead. I'm sorry. I just wanted
No,
to call
thank
that
you,
out
Trey. I
because that was
appreciate that.
crazy. Hmm.
Yeah, yeah, it's gonna happen. I do come off very strong sounding. Again, I'm from New
No, you
York,
don't.
so I
No, you
have that
don't, super
gutter.
villain. You sound completely feminine. We all have different voices, and you sound feminine. Stop.
All
That
right.
person. I don't know what they were on, but they gone now.
I was gonna say it wasn't an insult because when I come at these dig dogs, I want to sound real strong. You know what I mean? I want them to be afraid of me. But I was just telling Chilo Tim that we do have an issue in the Nigerian population with single motherhood. I specifically, my family does charity in our specific village. I don't know where you're from, but we're from the Owerri area. If
Oh,
you know,
I'm from Anambra, but that's not too far
oh,
from where I'm
okay.
from. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we always doing charity because there is so much going on over there, and it's always been an issue. But like you said, this is an issue everywhere. It's not a cultural thing that's expressed as widely as other places, but it's something that definitely goes on because my family does specific charity. We collect shoes, clothes, all those other things. You know that whole barrel, sending things back in a barrel, overseas things.
Yes.
So that I just wanted
Yeah.
to throw that up there. But definitely follow the host, follow us. It's a vibe over here. We love to love on black women. Other than that, for those who don't know, again, I'm gonna just say my favorite thing in the world is a black woman. The nicest person I know, the smartest person I know, the happiest person I know, the most giving person I know is a black woman, and these are all different black women. I'm so blessed to have that. So I just want to show some black women some love, Trick. Thank you. The conversation's going great. I have nothing to say. I can't even add for the first time.
All right, sis. Okay, let me go up here. I appreciate you too. And let me go up here to T Scorpio. Go ahead, T. Let me send your request. Well, hopefully if you're ready. Okay. Well, maybe T might not be ready, so I'll just go back and start up at the top and then go back down. Go
Oh,
ahead,
I
Coach
wanted
T.
to address one thing that Supervillain said.
Oh yeah, okay, go ahead.
Yeah, so in Nigeria, when it comes to single moms, it's very different, right? It's not kind of like a baby mama culture where they're not in a relationship or something. These people are married and single moms. Like they're in a marriage, right? They refuse to leave this dusty man. He is not
Yes.
providing for his children. They are single moms in a marriage, and they will stay in that marriage. They could be battered women walking the streets. Everybody knows. Everybody in the community knows. And people are even celebrating the fact that she's sticking by him. People are saying, wow, she's a really good woman, right? Maybe sometimes there's oftentimes when they try and like express that they want to leave, they're saying to them, don't leave. Stay. That's God's will. A lot of religious psychosis in Nigeria, right? So a lot of men get away with things because they place it back on God. Christianity, Islam happens a lot. So when it comes to single moms in Nigeria, definitely prevalent. They're just married and single at the same time. Some of these women haven't seen their husband in years, and he'll just show up and be dusty. He'll show up. He hasn't provided for the kids in years. He doesn't know their birthdays. He does not care. He will disappear again. He'll come back maybe 2 years later. It happens a lot. So it's different, but very quite similar at the same time. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I appreciate you. Let me go up here to for giving us that context. Because I know a lot of us, if we're Black Americans, we may not know the inner workings of what happens. Even though we're all Black, we may not know the inner workings of everything that happens in each group in the diaspora. Go ahead, Coach T.
Thank you so much, especially Chillatin, for coming up and sharing your point of view and your experience. This is why, Trigger, I always say I love your space and thank you for having your space, even though the usual suspects will always show up and try to subvert what the mission and what the message is here. And that's really what it's about, is about sharing out the information and making sure that it reaches the women who it needs to reach. And so it's working, Trigger. So keep going. So, somebody mentioned that Remy, I believe it was you, Caramel Mermaid. You mentioned that Remy did reach out to Clarissa Shields in some way or in her live and was like, girl, don't have no baby with him. He talking about he want a son and this is that and the third. And these men like to use women and have like anchor babies with women. Usually, like an anchor baby is like an immigrant has a baby here in America. And then so once they have the baby is what, keeps them here or what makes them a citizen. I don't know if that's so much true anymore with the current administration, but that's what it used to be like. You would have a baby here, and so you're kind of anchored here. And men have been using Black women and our babies as anchor babies because they want to live off of you. You're their investment plan. So if at any point in life, if they need something from you, if it's time, if it's money, if it's attention, if it's a place to sleep, he needs your couch, he's going to use that baby to be able to have access to you. And that's the saddest part about him being able to convince Remy to have a baby for him, is that had she not had that baby, this divorce would be like cut and dry. It would just be like, okay, I'm done with you. I don't have to see you no more. I don't have to see you ever again. I don't have to deal with you. We don't have no kids together. We're going to split this and be done. He now has access to Remy for the rest of her life because they have a child together. And men know that, and men understand that. And that's why they use pregnancy and babies to control and manipulate women, the same way that that dude on Love After Lockup is doing it. He having a baby with that girl because she's stable, she got a house, she got a job, she's smart, she's intelligent. He knows that when he goes out into the world to do whatever he wants to do, that his child is going to be fine and safe with this woman. She's going to take good care of it, and then when he's ready, he can just pop in and out as he feels like it to get whatever he need from her, and she's gonna allow it for as long as she does until she decides she don't want no more, or until she decides that she's done. But that is also about men relying on women. They rely on us to provide them with a reputation and like a way of life. So they want to use you as a proxy, and they want to leverage and use your success for their own benefit. So Clarissa Shields is a boxer. She, like the guy up here was like, oh no, she's good. She's getting money. She's shining. Da, 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 da. Yes, she is. What is Papoose doing? Living off her shine. What was he doing with Remy? Living off of her shine. These men want you to keep your mouth closed, want you to shut up, don't want you to tell the truth about them, because they want to be able to continue to have the same reputation so they can go out and get another woman to manipulate. Papoose is living off his reputation that Remy created for him in the public to continue to manipulate Clarissa Shields. These men are sick and sad.
Sorry, I had to unmute myself. All right then. I got you. Coach T. I definitely agree. Go ahead, T Scorpio.
Oh yeah. Hey, Smooth Villain. My girl came up here while I was leaving. Sorry about all that noise. I was walking out with my boy. Uh, yeah. That is a sad situation. That it just so happened now Shorty is not pregnant by this man, and in the Capu I cannot say it right. Um, the Clarice situation, Clarissa, how you say it? I'm butchering
Clarissa. Clarissa.
so that's that situation. I've always thought it was pretty fishy that like she just keep bringing a fight to Remy, and Remy is literally not paying her no mind. Like I literally do not understand where the beef came from. Like okay, you got her ex. Okay, what was the big deal? What? Why you talking about? Oh, I want to fight you and all this other stuff. And I'm just sitting there like Remy, as far as I'm concerned, didn't say nothing. She didn't even say anything. So you want to sit up here and show, oh, how much of a down woman I am by fighting this other woman, and she didn't even say anything towards you. I just saw her recent video that she was basically saying like, I'm ready to divorce him. I'm the one with I got the money to afford an attorney. He can sign the divorce papers and we can be done with this. You got money, shorty. Why don't you have him sign the divorce papers, retain his get his attorney, and we can let bygones be bygones. That's how I know like Remy is actually, in my opinion, the healed one, the mature one, because this young girl keep trying to fight her, trying to show that she's a ride or die, that she's that woman. And look how I'm showing how much I love my man. Only thing you're doing is making a fool of yourself. Because truth be told, you are a professional boxer. Your body is literally a lethal weapon. Boxers are not allowed to fight outside of the ring professionally. Because that is exactly like why I said it. They consider them a lethal weapon. Your body's a lethal weapon. You are a professional boxer. You can literally unalive people. If she was to fight Remy, she can unalive her with her bare hands. And then now where that leaves you, for you to be a professional fighter, wanting to fight me over a man, that really shows that you're emotionally unstable. And truth be told, I don't like when I see emotionally unstable boxers. I ain't gonna hold you. I'll be like, oh nah, they need to like after a fight, they probably need to like go in a hotel, or they need to take some medication, because to be all of that emotionally regulated and mentally regulated, and you got all that super strength, that like it reminds me like the Hawk or something. Like I'm sorry not to sound like that. When I see mentally ill people and they strong, the first thing I'm thinking about is the Hawk. And I'm the type of chick that would mace you. I'm not fighting, no, I ain't fighting her. If she was like on that energy, she wanted to fight me, especially over a man, I'll just mace her and call the cops, get her locked up, and then I'm gonna sue her. Because I feel like my health was at stake, my physical well being was at stake. Now I gotta sue you. All of this over a man to prove that you a good woman, and you actually look ridiculous. And I'm happy that she's doing that, and I'm happy that she does look embarrassed, so it could show other women just how silly you look. You look absolutely ridiculous. And Love and Lockup, like I said, I'm still not over Shorty being pregnant. When I seen that this morning, she still got an opportunity to be out. And I'm not talking about smishmortion necessarily. She don't have to put his name on a birth certificate, and she can just move on with her life. She can pick up and move, because those be the type of dudes that will be spiteful when you're saying that, oh, okay, I got a job opportunity, I'm gonna move and elevate my financial situation and upgrade. Those be the type of dudes that will be like, no, you ain't leaving the state without with my child. No, you ain't leave. Would weaponize the court against you so you won't level up. So her best thing to do, if she still decide to keep the baby, do not put that man's name on the birth certificate, and just move on with your life. Just move on with your life. I will wait until he leave, change the locks on the door. And then I will say, listen, you're on probation. I call the cops. I suggest you to leave. I will call the cops for you because you just got out of prison. And if that's what you want, that's what I'll do. I'll do. She has a way to be out. Like if that was my sister, that would be a suggestion I would give her. But she's so wrapped up in love. I don't see her going nowhere anytime soon. Because if she didn't get her wake up call when he said, I only sleep here, I don't even live here, I just sleep here, F you, you don't do nothing for me. If that's not her wake up call, I don't think nothing else will be her wake up call, honestly speaking. So I do pray and hope for the best for those women to wake up.
Yeah.
Honestly speaking, it is sad and it looks pathetic. Like my girl Trigger say, being a pick me never wins. You never gonna win being no pick me. You never gonna win thinking that you flexing your relationship over towards another woman. Both ladies look absolutely ridiculous because Alexa was flexing on, what is it, Ashley? Was it Ashley her name? Yeah, she was flexing on Ashley, saying like she got the man and stuff like that, like he's my man, like what you mad for, or because that he didn't want to be with you on your birthday, or what you mad for? You didn't put no money on his books, but girl, you were getting the worst end of the stick. like it is what it is at this point. I don't think I don't think that breed of pickmeism is ever gonna die out. So they're here for a reason, ladies. So let those women take dudes like that and take the dudes like the dude that was up here, Big Flex. Let a pick me broken minded woman have him. That's how I feel. Let them have them. You healthy minded women that want best for themselves and trying to evolve mind, body, and soul. Let those women take those men. Let them find out on their own. That's all I'm gonna say.
All right, all right, all right. T. Now I did have somebody up here, named Sniper, whatever. He was talking a little bit reckless in the comments. I added him up, but he dropped y'all, so I don't know what he was about to say. Probably something stupid anyway. Well, not probably, for like 100% sure that he was gonna say something stupid. Okay, let me go down here to Vernell. You can go ahead, Vernell.
Hey, Trigger. Hey, T Scorpio. Thank y'all for doing the Lord's work. But yeah, really quick, I just want to say that story over and over and over again. Let the pick me's, like, don't even argue with them. I don't argue with them. They're right. They're 100% right. Let them continue to give up their food and their free labor. And then when they get heartbroken, I feel like a lot of us were pick me's and wanted to do the traditional thing and thought that Prince Charming was going to come. And then after you tried to be subservient and try to, go to read a couple of scriptures and watched a couple of YouTube videos on how you could be a better woman to be a wife. And once you realize that you don't get anything, you're just better off just focusing on yourself, and they're crashing out. I've never seen a more angry group of people on these online dating sites. These men are angry because they were banking on us to help them save money with our home cooked meals by pretending to act like they love us. So let the pick-me's use their credit. Let the pick-me's open up their homes. Let them run up their credit scores. Let them drive their cars. Let them take care of them when they go to prison. Let them assist them with their finances and their child support. Let them fight their baby mothers. Let the pick-me have them. And I'm going to pass.
All right, all right, all right. Definitely agree with you. I'm hitting 1 hour and 30 minutes, so I'm going to probably wrap this up fairly soon. But I'm gonna let everybody get their let everybody finish their thoughts out and all that. So I'm gonna go up here. I'll start at the top and then I'll go to the bottom. I'll just start at the top and go to the bottom. Go ahead, Coach T. Did you have anything to say, Coach T?
I just wanted to say thank all of you ladies for coming and sharing. I know sometimes it's not always the easiest to acknowledge and admit. One of the ladies just said, "Oh, I used to be a pick me." Girl, I can relate because I absolutely understand where you're coming from. I was raised and indoctrinated with pick me's, and they still be doing pick me stuff too. So I want to thank all the ladies for sharing, and I really appreciate this space, Trigger. I really appreciate us being able to come together and have these conversations because they are so important for us as women. And I agree with what the last speaker said, is sometimes you just have to let the pygmies play their role. We all can't be self-actualized and self-assured. Like if they want to be pick me's, like I just be letting them do what they're gonna do. What I'm not gonna do is allow you to put me in danger. So if you as a pick me want to put your own self in danger, that's your business. You a big girl. You get to make your own choices, but I'm not gonna stick around and let you put me in jeopardy and in danger too because you want to be picked so bad. Like it's really ridiculous. And I think the most annoying part about it is that it's all a scam and a fraud, because once you get picked, what is you even getting picked for? Like you being picked to be a man's slave, to be a bootlicker, to be his public You get the
mistress.
responsibility to do it now, for real.
Right, like you get to be a perpetual donkey, a perpetual mule. Like it's really sad. And as I'm seeing more women awakening to the reality of all of those things, so that's reassuring. And that's another reason why, Trigger, your spaces are so important. So needing a being more than life itself, you should never need anyone more than you need to breathe. That's dangerous. Like women, we have to start really examining who we are and like what we really want, instead of allowing other people to tell us what it is that we need. Whether it can even be your own mother. Don't even listen to what your own mother be trying to tell you. You need a man, or you need to do this, or don't wear this, or don't do that, don't take this job, don't have this major. Like as Black women, we just have so much internal work to do, and I really want to see us start to make that shift to doing our own internal work and working on who we are as a person. So when we go out into the world, it's from a true and genuine and authentic place, and it's not trying to please other people or constantly seeking the validation and the love of others. Yeah, I definitely agree with you, Coach T. And I just wanted to say quickly, I think that when there are women that will say like I used to be a pick me and I had to, unpack it or whatever, I think that really genuinely applies to every woman. And I don't think it just applies to Black women. I think it applies to every woman because, patriarchy is ingrained in all societies, all cultures, and it manifests in women different ways. Every woman that type of influence and brainwashing manifests in a different way. Like me personally, my first marriage that I had that was disastrous. A lot of the reason why I chose him and was trying to hurry up and get married is because, all we were told is that, hey, if you don't got a man, who are you? You don't got a man. That means that you ugly, you unattractive, nobody likes you, nobody wants you. It was always girls that try to be like, oh, where your man at? You ain't got no man. I remember when I used to go to my congregation or whatever, and it would be girls, that were my age, sitting there with their husbands and stuff, and they would look at me like, look at me. They would look at me like, oh, look at you, you loser. You don't got no man. Look at you. You know what I'm saying? And other people and how it was, and it made me feel inadequate. Like, oh my goodness, you know what I'm saying? I gotta hurry up and get a man. Look at me, I'm getting too old. Look at me now, I'm 25. I'm 25, and I'm a virgin and I don't got no husband and I don't got nobody. So wow, I'm such a loser. I'm such a lame. I need to hurry up and get a man and get a husband to validate me. And I just chose somebody that was clearly, in hindsight, is 2020, right? But clearly he wasn't worth the skin that he was in. But I was so desperate and thirsty to be validated, by having a man so that I could be like, oh, well, I got a man. I'm not like the rest of these women that ain't got no man, even though that didn't even mean anything. The women that didn't have any men, the women that were single were way better off. You know what I'm saying? They were definitely way better off than me, who started getting my head knocked between the washer and dryer and all these horrible things started happening to me. So it's like, we have to just, as women, we've got to learn how to unpack that. And this isn't to say, for people to say that you cannot find a man or whatever that treats you with respect, that you do like, and all of that other stuff. But the key is waiting for that and not just settling for any man coming, like the chicks in Love After Lockup. And also not being so impatient and feeling this desperate need to be validated that you just do whatever whenever. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not what it is. You are just as valuable, or even more valuable, shoot, on your own, living in your own truth, being your own woman, making your own decisions. You should never let a man make you feel like, or make it, you should never think that, oh, okay, I'm nothing because I don't have a man in my life, or there's something in me that's lacking. Because honestly, men don't think that way. How many men do you think is really at home like, oh my gosh, I don't have a girlfriend. I know that I'm not validated and unworthy because I don't have a woman. Like, it just doesn't happen that way. And we've got to stop letting it happen to us. Like, truthfully. And like I said, this isn't to say women can't have partners or whatever, but y'all get what I'm saying. Like, cause that is how you make a huge mistake. Cause that is how I made a huge mistake with my first husband, by that. And it's like nobody ever told me that I needed to unpack it. You know what I'm saying? Because my mom hurried up and married my dad because she didn't want to not have a man. That's what my grandma did. My grandma, doggone it, my grandma who died at 90, and my grandfather died, well, unalived. My grandfather unalived at like 93 or something like that recently, and my grandmother followed behind him a couple years later, and because he was a couple years older than her, I think she was like 91 or something like that. So my grandparents lived for an extremely long time. But my grandmother back in the day, now y'all keep in mind, these are 90-year-old people. My grandfather got my grandmother pregnant and got another girl pregnant too at the same time. And keep in mind, 90-year-old people, so you already know that was back in the day, got two girls pregnant. He had to marry one of them, right? My grandmother always told this story like it was like a flex. She said, I told him, I got pregnant by you first, so you gonna marry me. So I got him. I got the husband because he was with me first. And she always made it seem like it was a flex. That wasn't no flex for you to marry my granddad. Ew. You know what I'm saying? He had Project Twins. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. That is what I'm saying. Like, this type of indoctrination, it happens to all of us. I don't know when it starts to take hold, but it takes hold, and it's really, it's really bad. You know what I'm saying? And I just think now with 2025, with all of these young girls that have so much access to all of this information, don't let this happen to you. You see what the grandmas and the great grandmas went through, and what your mama went through, and what your sisters went through, your older sister. Don't let it happen to you. Do not put a man above yourself. Period. Do not feel like you need a man for validation. You do not, and never in your life give a man grace, because they would not do it for you. Go ahead, T Scorpio. If you had something to say,
I
sis.
was saying, no, I got you. I was just trying to do the mute. I'm trying to do my coffee right here. I was gonna say, like, yeah, like I agree, especially like women back in the day. The problem is a lot of what depict me women is that they feel like it's not gonna happen to me, because if I show this man love, if I show this man unconditional love, he's going to pay me back in kindness with the same love I'm giving him. But they are sadly mistaken, because men and women love differently. They love differently and they show they love differently. A man shows his love by protecting you and providing for you and not allowing you to stress yourself out, not allowing you to go through hardships. Like he will literally prioritize your feelings even over his own. That is just how a man love. If they actually love, honestly speaking, there's still some studies saying that men are incapable of love, or they just believe that they're in love, or they're just infatuated by the woman. But either way, as long as it benefit you, of course, that's the part that I will always be on the side with women. As long as it benefit you, I don't care if he is infatuated. I don't give a damn what it's called, honestly speaking. But the point that I'm trying to make is that a lot of women do believe that if I try my best and put my best foot forward, what happened to you won't happen to me because I'm a different type of woman. And this is what men had also had perpetuated throughout the decades, is that you just wasn't a special woman for him, but he will do it for me because I'm the special woman, and that's the problem. You think yourself that you're the special woman without him showing you that you are actually the special woman. That's another lie within itself, because a lot of these men are just walking around, or just walking sociopaths and walking narcissistic personality disorder, and they are literally incapable of love because they ain't got no feelings, they don't have no emotions. you know so I can relate to you a lot, Trigger, when it comes to family, when it comes to people trying to pressure you into get into a marriage or getting in a relationship. Trust and believe, I can relate to that. And that's why I sometimes give women grace depending on the severity of their pick-meism, because they are being told by their family consistently, you got to get a man. You ain't nothing without a man. Look at me. I've been married for this amount of years. Oh, look at grandma. She been married for about 50 years. But we already know what's been going down in grandma's marriage. We already know what's been going down in our parents' marriage. Dad was barely around, or mom, you was getting your head knocked between the washer and dryers, or mom, I see you working hours and dad just sat on the couch. It's always this make believe relationship, and the people that promote the relationships the most are the ones that are most unhappy. And that's the funny part too. I'm thinking it's not that they're trying to convince us, they're trying to convince themselves that they're happy, you know and just like my girl down here said, like enduring pain and struggling and dysfunction and chaos, and call that a relationship. That ain't no damn relationship. The same thing I say on
You got muted, T. You got a phone call? Okay, okay, okay. All right. Okay, so let me go down here to Caramel Mermaid.
Yeah. Oh, that was loud. I don't think I'm gonna say is about that is I think I'm gonna say this. I might get pushed back, but we were all we're pygmies by default, and and like that is our factory that's our factory setup, is to be like that until age kick around, that wake up call relationship comes around, or better yet, you just sit back and you see the women in your circle, in your space. And that's when the switch come on, pick me turns off, and being a sensible woman turns on. Bye, T. That's how I feel. So it's either what keeps us in that factory defaults is religion, family, environment, and social. With me, everybody had the stories about their moms, but I didn't. My parents were divorced when I was sick. When I was about 7, my parents was divorced when I was 7. Mom, and how my parents got divorced was my mom served my dad papers at my grandfather's funeral. Yeah, that did happen. And and then it was just like growing up, I was always around my mom and her friends. They both divorcees. It was like after their marriage, they just completely decentered men. And then I'm always around them, especially when I was a teenager. And they was, giving me the game and all this and that. And it was just like, oh, okay, all right. And, and then it was like, as a teenager, and I'm sorry, before you hit 25, you kind of, you're on the default status of pickmeism. It was like, I'm sitting back and I was just like, you can't say this out loud because this is your elder, this is your mama. But they sound bitter. They sound like some bitter divorcees. Like, okay, I'm getting all this, but yeah, they sound a little bit like the bitter divorcees. Like they some bitter women. But as I got older and I go back to the conversations they had when I used to go to the restaurants with them, the mall with my friends, and they was telling my friends stuff too. Like they was giving some game to my friends as well. I was like, y'all a little bitter. But as I got in my 20s, everything they said started clicking. It really
I think Carmen Mermaid probably got a phone call too. Cause her screen blanked out.
I'm back.
Oh,
I don't know what had happened.
okay.
But yeah, and I was like, by the time I think 25, that's what everything my mom and my godmother was saying to me back in when I was like 16, 17, 18, it started clicking. I was like, oh, okay, I see what she's talking about. I see what they was talking about. I'm getting it. Okay, all right, okay. Be more vigilant, be more this. I remember one time I was talking to a guy, and I like to visit my mom a lot. And I'm on the phone with the guy, and he had a problem that I had a crush on his least favorite wrestler, like a celebrity crush, no more, no less. This Negro, mind you, he swore up and down he was a good guy. This Negro literally got in this huge tyrant. I came in my mom's house, and she was like this, you leave him. I said, what? She was like, you break up with him. Don't talk to him. Or better yet, she said, do it, y'all. What y'all do? Y'all spirit him? What's that? The spirit? Yeah, y'all spirit him. I said, ghost. She said, yeah, y'all do that. You do that. Because that man, if you get with him, you get serious with him, he gonna be abusive. I was like, what? And so she said, no, he gonna be abusive one way or another. If it ain't, he said, if he ain't knocking you between a washer and dryer, he's going to try to break you down mentally and emotionally. So you leave him right now. And I was like, oh, no, okay. And then after a while, he didn't get abusive, but after a while, I started thinking about it. I'm like, yeah, he's a little bit controlling. Yeah. No, mama's right. I said, yep, my mama's right. No. And so it was just like, I think we should do what my mom and my godmother did, to sum it up, was they decentered themselves from men. And they was giving game to me. And we should pass that so we could break that we could break that curse. Like mine's was, I really kind of like with men, unless I'm horny. It's when like my friend, she got with a guy, she got 4 kids by him. He got another woman pregnant while they was together. She wanted to be with him for the sake of having a man. No marriage, just having a man. This Negro almost ran her over with a car, with her own car. And so it's like, yeah, like, girl, this like, and it had to take her to wake up and was like, this man ain't for me. You should have woke up with the first child. You should have woke up after I'm gonna say he kind of made her, kind of coerced her into having a choo-choo done on her while she was pregnant with him and his friends. I said, you should stop right there. and then you ended up with an STI that you had to have your baby in C-sections. So yeah. So that's the only thing I'm gonna say is that pretty much, that's our default status. Being a pick me, we just need to we just have to sit back and just reevaluate ourselves and take any heed of any woman who is giving us the game, not have a man just to get a man, but giving us the true game and how these men work for for us to get out of that mindset.
All right, all right, all right. I appreciate you, Carmel Mermaid, and that's a sad story you told. That's terrible. Let me go down here to Supervillain and then Vernell. Go ahead, Supervillain.
Thank you, Triggered. I'm gonna be quick. I didn't know if I came in late. I don't know if we got to attack number 3. Let's talk about self-esteem and pickmeism. I'm gonna first say, I told y'all before, I was raised by my father to be a strong black man. That's why I'm a very masculine woman. So I really don't relate to pickmeism by large. There are a group of us women who actually were never pick me's. I also want to say it's a group of us women who don't actually have issues with men. We are just free spirited women. Like, we're autonomous. I fit in that group. It's not necessarily that I had a romantic relationship with men that were bad. It's just that I always knew I wasn't the being tied down by a man type of woman. And that's okay. I just want us to recognize all of us women, even though we're in the same space, come from different walks of life. And I'm definitely in that group that was always supposed to be autonomous. A lot of women are supposed to be autonomous, but because of societal pressures, they are tied down by things like marriage and relationship, and it isn't good for them. And that's why they're not happy. Not saying that marriage is a bad thing, but they particularly should not be in those type of situations, right? We're all not a monolith. So I just want to throw that out there. For the self-esteem part, again, I always try to make it my duty to come up here and tell black women how much I love them. I specifically want black women to know that the issue is that you black women are not ugly. That's not the issue. The issue is that black women have the least proximity to whiteness. And I want black women to understand that. It's a difference between being ugly and not being white. And the issue is that we are the farthest proximity to whiteness, and we will always be, because black women are proud. I don't care how much shit you put in your hair, how much makeup you throw on, how straight your flat iron is, or whatever. We still love being black women. And I want black women to remember we should not be shamed, especially for what we do to our hair, because we have a long history. Again, before white people even knew they were white, before white supremacy was a thing, of adorning ourselves and expressing ourselves through our hair. We come from centuries of always doing things with our hair. I mean, there's a tribe now that we used to put cow dung in our hair. That's literal cow doo-doo in our hair to express ourselves. So when they like to come at us for doing things like our hair or expressing ourselves on how we feel through our hair, don't let them. That's our culture. We literally have been doing this for centuries before some of these whitey people even knew they were white. So I just want to throw that out there. Black women, you are not ugly. You just have the farthest proximity to whiteness. And those are two different things. I think I'm gonna land with that. Thank you so much for the space. Triggered. I'm yo.
Oh, no problem, no problem. And I definitely agree with everything that you were saying for sure, Supervillain. Let me go over here to Vernell.
Hey, I wanted to talk quickly about a lot of word salad, where people can package things to sound like something that it's really not. So if you listen to these guys on these panels, they say that women need men to provide and protect them. And they constantly keep using this provide word. But then on the other hand, they're saying that they want to do 50-50. So which one is it? Do you provide for women or do you want 50-50? Because if we're doing 50-50, it means that I'm taking care of myself. So you're really not providing anything. Okay, now let's go over to the protection that they claim to offer. When you ask them, and this is usually always the same answer, what protection do you offer? They always talk about the burglar the imaginary burglar that's going to come into the house at 3 o'clock in the morning. And when I sit and I think after hearing that response so many times, I'm like, there's more likely that I'm going to need protection from you than this imaginary burglar that's going to come. So back to this provide thing. This providing statement or this thing that they keep saying that they're going to help us do or take care of us, they do that by future faking to keep us engaged. They'll do something or say like they're getting a settlement, or they'll promise that they're going to fix something for you, or they'll tell you we're going on vacation. They'll tell you they're going to do something for you, but then it's like you're not being submissive enough or you're not being feminine enough for me to provide this fake thing that I'm promising you in the future that will potentially never happen. So just be careful. If they say they're going to do something, make them do what they say that they're going to do, because they will string you along because y'all going on this vacation in July, and then you'll be cooking dinner and biting your tongue and acting how he wants you to act so he can provide this vacation that will never happen. But I just want to just land my plane on that, to just be careful of the future faking, and they're not providers if you got to go 50-50.
Okay, sorry, I had to unmute myself. Okay, all right. Vernell, I think she made some good points as well. I appreciate all the ladies that came on the live today. I appreciate the new women that also came on that I never got a chance to talk to before. I'm so glad I got a chance to talk to you guys, and I hope that you guys come back. Hopefully this live was pretty good. I just every day I'm always taken aback by how many, beautiful, intelligent, strong, thinking, black women that there are out here in the world, because let them tell it, you know what I'm saying? That's not what black women represent, but that is exactly what we represent. And I think that in my opinion, a lot of the things that are put on to black women is simply projection. And that is the exact reason why I do not believe in giving men any grace, because I say this a lot. I said it a million times, but it's like, when you're having like a debate or something with a white tea person or a non-black person, and they start talking about the crime rate and all of these bad things of violence that happen in the black community. And, I've seen a lot of black women attempt to try to debate them and to go back and forth with them about it, when they should just be saying, well, regardless of whatever you think, black women aren't doing it. We're not doing it statistically. So say who's really doing it. Say it's black men, because that's who's doing it. Because we are not afforded grace, and I don't think that we should extend grace to other people, because when bad things happen, automatically it becomes something that becomes synonymous with us. Synonymous struggle, synonymous lack of education, aggression, violence, all of these type of things. And it's not us. It's not us. And that's why I feel like there are so many black women that may have reduced self-esteem and stuff like that. And it's because we internalize things that were never meant for us. They're not meant for us. None of these things are things that we are doing. We're not doing it. So I just want you to know, black women, you are strong. You are beautiful. You are intelligent. You are feminine. You are educated. You are dope. You are fabulous and fantastic. But oftentimes they want to lump us in with people that any other time don't want to be connected with us. So I just want you to know that when people say things to you, it's purely projection. Just like how white tea women attempt to project on you. I'm afraid of you. I don't feel safe. I think that you're masculine, black woman. Excuse me. The biggest masculinity is a Karen, acting crazy, going crazy, lying on people, being bogus, all of these type of things. So I just want you to know that, black women, don't let anybody ever throw dirt on your name. Ever, ever, ever in life. Period. You black women are the best. We will always be the best. And me personally, people will tell me like, oh, well, I think you're biased to black women. Okay, so, and what? Yes, I'm biased, and I will always be biased. This will always be a place specifically for black women, curated for black women, by a black woman, all day, every day, and I have no problems with it. It's black women over everybody, and I don't care who knows about it. So I just want y'all to know that I love y'all, and I hope y'all have a great, great, great weekend. And I hope I'm sending you nothing but love, light, and blessings. And I hope that you guys have a great weekend. And I'll probably come back. And thanks so much, Cookie. It's just I'm about to end the live, sis. But you know I always love to hear from you. All right, you guys. I'll see y'all later. Love y'all.